Hey everybody, just thought I'd reach out. I just got back from a little venture that I did a video on, and I just thought I came across some points as I was driving home, and I think I think part of the situation is nowadays is that there's so much fear. Uh, being shared, that people really can't think straight anymore. Um, and it's sad to see that there is that. Um, Part of the situation, from what I'm seeing and what I'm believing, is that we just can't. We have been programmed to think in predetermined beliefs. Um, so just think about that for a second. This has been ongoing, I'm going to say, for centuries. I mean, I've only been here 6 decades, but the thing is I think the programming has been in place. It's just taken till now that it's really come to a head, and it's really exposed. Um, uh, they call it the cabal. They call it whatever the dark side if you want to go that way. The thing is it's been ongoing for centuries, and I think and I believe I got to throw this out here. We are now at the pinnacle of human civilization because of the apathy and the complacency and the procrastination of people prior, centuries before, decades before, years before, and up until last year. I could be wrong, but the thing is, for me growing up, it was just do as you're told, don't ask questions. This is just the way it is. This is the way it's always been done, and so on and so forth. I think it's and fortunately, a few people were wise enough not to fall into that trap. So I'm just, the thing is here we are. Civilization is on the brink of who knows. The fear, the hate, the the cynicism, the criticism of one person to another. It's where we are today. It's I stated earlier in an earlier video that our political system sucks, our our education system sucks, our judicial system sucks. But the thing is that's because we've allowed it to. Well, maybe not us. Again, we didn't see it. We didn't see it coming. It just sort of like slithered in like a snake, and here we have what we have today. Major divisiveness, major disunity, fear, hate mongering, scare tactics, and everything else. The part of it is because the political system has become so corrupt in the last several decades that everything else has become corrupt. See, to me, like, again, like anything that you've noticed, like any taxpayer funded entity follows the requirements of the government. So we're going to give you all this money, but here's what we want you to do, and this is how we want you to do it. Um, Gone are the days of people being able to think for themselves. The education system has really dummied us down. The media is, they provide all the funding to, big media, big tech, big pharma, they all supply money to the entities that are supposed to protect us. I don't even look at the healthcare system anymore because I don't deem it healthcare. I call it sick care. I don't know of any healthy person who ever goes to the doctor or goes to the hospital or goes to a clinic. No healthy person goes there unless they are not feeling well. The educational system is just, like, who invented school boards? What is the purpose of school boards? Just another, handout entity that says that we will look after the schools in the district. Well, everybody, now we have, prior to this, we have teachers paying for supplies that are supposed to be supplied by the educational system. So where is all that money going? The justice system, it seems now, since the abolishment of capital punishment, we have more jails, we have more crime, we have more convicts, we have more people who are incarcerated, long term, that the taxpayer has to take care of, besides their own family. And I think now for me, I'm just saying we have the technology today, the RCMP, all the police services, all the forensics, they have all the technology today to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the person who is charged is properly convicted with all the facts at hand. And I think our justice system has become more of a mercy system than a justice system. The powers that be in the justice system have really, made it easier for the perpetrators, the criminals, to have more rights than the victims and the victims' families. And there are a few other things. I mean, it's just like, it goes on and on. Like, why do we have to pay taxes if for those of us, if what we want doesn't get done? What the majority of the people want, why doesn't that happen? So, now speaking of the political system, it just never seems to matter who is in power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And this is the problem in Canadian politics. We have too many people running for office who are only looking for a big fat paycheck, but really don't have a clue as how to run their household or balance a checkbook, nothing. The thing is our political system is not going to change until the majority of people, of Canadians change the political system. That's what needs to happen. Canadians, eligible voters, need to change the political system in order to change the political landscape, in order to make sure that Canadians are taken care of first. Seniors, veterans, all, first responders, those who can get, they need to be taken care of before anybody else. We should not be, the government of Canada should not be listening to any outside foreign entity for guidance and direction. Canadians need to take care of Canada. And we want to, but unfortunately, big money talks and the little person walks. It's the grassroots that really need to step up. And, I've been to a couple of, freedom rallies, and it's growing. We've had enough. Nobody wants to be lied to anymore. It's amazing how the doctors who have gone to school to earn their degrees, the health, the medical professionals who earned the big degrees, you have those who are pro whatever the government, says, and those that are anti. And they're the ones who are called quacks. But yet they go to school, they learn everything, they've even gone and done extra special studies, but they're still referred to as quacks. So think about that for a minute. Teachers' unions are probably one of the most powerful unions we have in Canada. I mean, they don't want God in their schools, but yet they are so willing to take all the Judeo-Christian holidays and expand them because it's the right thing to do. But they don't want God in the schools. Okay? They don't want to teach anymore. They just want to, this is what you have to learn, and this is just the way it is. And in order for you to get ahead, here is the marks that you have to achieve. It doesn't help anybody except them. Okay? There are good teachers, and there are bad teachers. There are good doctors, and there are bad doctors. There are good lawyers, and there are bad lawyers. There are good police officers. There are some questionable police officers. In every life form, there is good and not so good. Anyways, that is just my spiel. And I'm pretty sure there's more, but I just can't think of it right now. It's just, I'll get back on here and just, and I'll share more with you. Anyways, I just want to thank you for your time. I wish you all the best. We have to change this. And the only way that we're going to change this is if we all come together for a common cause to take our lives back. To get back our freedoms, to get back our rights that are guaranteed under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So I wish you all the best. Blessings, love, peace, all that other good stuff. And hopefully, when we all come together and we all decide that enough is enough, then things will change. Love you all. Ciao for now.